Have you had those moments when you feel like you're constantly working on yourself? Do you feel like you're not making that much progress? Do you feel a little stuck? Hello, this is Yujin. I'm a 33-year-old management consultant based in Boston. And today we're actually in New York City. I'm going to adventure up to the Bronx and show you guys the perfect place to film this video. We live in a day and age where everything is so fast-paced. There's a call for action, for change, and for transformation. Sometimes I go on YouTube and click on videos that are so tempting, with titles like 30 days to lose 10 pounds, how to change your life in 60 days, and even things like 10 one-minute habits to change your life. I get it, because we're treating time as currency. It's the most valuable asset that we have, and it will never come back. But as you realize, nature in real life doesn't really work that way. It's not as linear. Cross the road. We're almost there, I promise. Oh, no one told me that I had to climb a freaking hill. This is gonna be worth it. The Botanical Garden.
You'll see a sign at the end of the path.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna walk towards the pool of Christmas trees, and then you're gonna take a right, and the entrance is gonna be right here.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Welcome to the New York Botanical Garden. I thought I was gonna walk into a garden full of green, lush trees and flowers, but this is what we have so far. Trust me, it will get better. Well, at least this is one positive thing. I found the tram stop. Now I have to wait. Who knows how long? Oh my gosh, it's here. Hi.
We are going to fuel, then we come back to get you.
Okay, I'll just wait here then. Never mind. Let's start with the first topic on why growth feels so slow. Even what's happening right now in New York City with all the snow, there are seasons in life. In spring, we plant the seeds. In the summer, we truly grow. In fall, we shed our leaves. And in winter, we truly get to relax and hibernate. Not every single season is meant for visible growth. So if it feels like you're not moving forward, think about it this way. It could mean that you're in a season of building roots or recharging. We're going to have moments of times when things feel like we're not progressing forward. In that line of season, you're not seeing as much growth because you've actually made a lot of progress so far. And now you're at a place where you need to take a break, give yourself that time to breathe so you don't burn out, so that you can spring forward, no pun intended. The second reason why growth can feel so slow is sometimes growth is not meant to be so visible. We tend to get inspired by people with great stories and see their stories at the peak of their lives. But what we don't recognize and appreciate is all the steps, all the mistakes and the failures they went through to actually get to where they are. Just think about your life and what happened to you. Personally, I've been in therapy for about 11 years now. And I started therapy because I had a breaking point in college where I just couldn't stop crying. I would go around campus and some stranger came up to me and said, "Do you want a hug?" And that's when I knew, oh my gosh, like something broke inside me. I don't know what it is, but I really need some professional help. I went to therapy hoping that it would be an immediate fix, but no. There were moments that really built up to me feeling like I was not functioning well, that I was broken. So naturally, to rewind that and to rebuild it, things will take time. You will have to build from ground up. I think invisible progress is still progress. It's laying the foundation for what's next. I looked for a way to make sure and remind myself that I am going to the direction that I want to. Some things that really helped were taking note of small wins, small accomplishments that I've had so that I have a visible reminder to look back on. And then secondly was on journaling my thoughts of why I'm feeling that way and trying to really understand the root cause of my emotion. And now when I look at all my therapy notes, it's a good reminder of, wow, even the topics that I've talked about changed over time. And I see this more visibly when I compare my therapy notes from 3 years ago, 6 years ago, and 9 years ago versus therapy notes from 3 weeks. These are all the progress I've made that compounded and that you will be making too. On the career front, when I was at a consulting firm prior to the one that I'm at now, I wanted to get promoted in 1.5 years versus 2 years. When I didn't make it the first time around, yes, I was disappointed. But because I had the groundwork that I started 2 years ago and the story to bring my best foot forward when I was truly ready. I did another year, and actually that year was probably my best year in terms of reviews, ratings, bonus, but also the best year in terms of how I felt about the work that I did. So yes, progress doesn't come easy. It will take time. There are also right conditions for growth. And because these conditions take time, perseverance and your willpower to wait is key. If you think about it in the context for plants to grow, you need to provide the right environment. So what are the elements of the right environment? Three main things. First is the groundwork. You need a good solid foundation for the plant to rise and grow. I invite you to surround yourself with people who truly care about you, who will bring out the best in you. And that's just not friends, but also coworkers too. Surround yourself with people who have your back, who are rooting for you, who will be your strongest sponsors, mentors, and champions. Once you plant the seed on the right soil and the foundation, and I like to think of them as how do you water the plants the right way and provide just the right amount of sunlight and motivation. In the context for you, these elements, sun, water, nutrients, they all translate into your daily habits. Healthy habits such as drinking water, journaling, even just getting enough rest, and habits just don't happen in a day. They will take time to build. Hence why growth seems to take longer than you'd like. And last but not least, time. You don't get to eat the fruits once you plant something, right? On that note, my perseverance paid off. Our ride is here. Yay! We are on our way to the holiday train. I am late. This is gonna be a 15-minute ride, and I will continue on with the next part of the video on how slow growth is a good thing. No one is here. It is just me. All aboard. I thought I was gonna be on the train, but I guess not. This is how I get from Boston to New York, the Penn Station. Now this place is a little warmer. I almost thought that these are made with crackers, but I guess they're not. Yankee Stadium. My sister had her graduation here. The Bronx has been made home to Yankee Stadium since 1923. Same year the team won its first World Series. So much history in New York City that I didn't know about. Wow, the nose of this airplane is made of dry plants. It's a popular decoration during fall and is related to cucumbers and squash. If you guys know the answers, let me know. I still can't tell. That one looks like a cucumber for sure. There's a school, Cooper Union in New York, that I wanted to apply to be an architect. My life would have been very different had I chosen to go to a different school. But here I am, a consultant. There are all these different buildings to identify. Because it's snowing so much, I just hopped onto the last one. I'm a big believer in that slow growth is actually better for you. And here are my 3 reasons why I believe that's true. 1 is related to building a strong foundation. 2 is that the time actually gives you space to reflect. And last but not least, it is a testament that you will build more resilience over time. Last year, when I was telling my mentors and sponsors that I am ready for the next step, I'm really ready to step up for my next role and go after this promotion, one of my biggest champions actually told me this, like, Eugene, we know, and I know, having worked with you, that you are ready. But also keep in mind that there is no rush. You can use this time to expand your network and figure out if this is actually the industry and the path that you want to take. It took me some time to really take that in, but I also could see where my sponsor, my champion, and a really good friend was coming from. For him, he took 3 years, which is actually longer than most people, to go up to the next level. And he said that in retrospect, that really helped him. After he was really ready and had a strong foundation. Also, the other benefit of slow growth, it gives you space and time to reflect. If you're going fast on full speed, then you don't really get to enjoy the view. I mean, there's not much of a view here right now, but you get the point, right? You go at full speed and don't really necessarily take time to look after yourself. What are you learning? How is your mental health doing? And are you sure that this is a path that you're going after? By giving yourself room and space to think about these questions, it can give you better perspective to maybe adjust the direction that you want to go to. Thank you.
Well, I hope you had a good time.
Thank you, I did. Have a good one. Okay, and to my last point, slow growth helps build resilience. In college, I was preparing to be an actuary. And to be an actuary, you need to take several exams. The first exam I passed, it was about probability. But the problem was taking the second exam, I still remember to this day, FM. It stood for financial mathematics of some sort. And for some reason, I was always so short, this short, of passing the exam. I thought I was like really ready. I knew how to use all the equations, but I just couldn't pass it. It took me, God, I don't know how many times, but so many times. And it was really eating away at my confidence. What changed, Eugene, because the way I studied didn't, but it was really my mindset. I think after the third time of failing this exam, I went into the test center thinking, oh God, what's gonna happen if I don't pass again? Am I gonna be a failure? But no, that was such a negative way for me to even start something. And when I finally passed the exam, I can't remember, was it like 5, 6, 7 times after I took it? I'm sharing this because all those times, I'm very proud that I didn't give up. And because I didn't give up, everything else in my life, I felt like, oh, I have this point in my life where things felt it wasn't working out. I felt stuck, but I still made it through. Every time I feel like a project is not going well, or I feel like there's something in my life that is not progressing, I look back at this specific instance. Usually remember the time when you were struggling to pass the standardized exam? You got this. You made it through, you passed the exam, you didn't give up. And those are the qualities that I am happy and proud of. Slow growth will pay off. And trust me, I've been there too. I'm saying this because there will be moments in our life, it's gonna be hard, that you might feel like you're at your lowest point. But who knows? It might not be the lowest. It might get worse. But what is helpful to think and remind yourself is all these experiences will make you stronger. And some of the hardest moments in your life gives you perspective. You're able to connect with others better because you have diverse experience. Yes, fast growth, fast accomplishments seem very attractive. We're playing the long game here. We're not sprinting. Life is going to be a marathon. One of my absolute favorite quotes growing up as a kid was, the idea of waiting for something makes it more exciting, by Andy Warhol. And because I had this experience of a very, very slow growth that took me years, I use it as a reference to know that accomplishing goals that take longer will taste even sweeter. So the idea of waiting for something does make it more exciting. And with that, thank you for watching. I'm gonna try to make it to this last subway, and hopefully you can come back to my next video topic on...
Let's go! It's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire.